Lori Congdon and her husband Jim never graduated college, so they were determined to provide their son Justin with the education they didn't have. 2 years ago, they proudly watched him graduate with a culinary degree from a local college. He got a job as a chef, but the bill left from his education was staggering.
We owe $80,000 in parent loan, student loan debt.
When you hear that, when you say it out loud, $80,000, what goes through your mind?
Wow, $80,000. That's more than we paid for our home.
The Congdons' decision to help their son start his life debt-free now threatens to destroy their comfortable middle-class life here in Oswego, New York, where Jim is the internet manager at a Chevy dealership and Lori runs a web design company from home.
It's going to take a ton of sacrifice on our part.
From 2000 to 2011, average parent loan debt at graduation increased from almost $15,000 to nearly $34,000. During that same period, the percentage of parents taking out loans for their children rose from 10 to 17%. Mark Kantrowitz has studied college costs for almost 20 years. He says families must face tough new realities and make choices accordingly.
Total debt at graduation should be less than your annual starting salary. And the same rule goes for the parents. They should borrow no more than they can afford to repay in 10 years or by retirement, whichever comes first.
As for the Congdons, they're facing an interest rate of 7.9% on their federal loan.
I just think Washington really needs to take a look at the forgotten class, the middle class. There's great programs out there for poor folks. And we won't even talk about the tax breaks for the high-income people, because that's a whole nother interview. We shouldn't be paying 8-10% interest on a student loan. Shouldn't be. That's unacceptable.
Unless they receive help, the Congdons will begin paying almost $1,000 a month on their parent loans in December, payments they will make for the next 3 decades, well into their late 70s. Elaine Quijano, CBS News, Oswego, New York.